Welcome back to the news at 10. A train and a commercial bus today collided in the Agege area of Lagos State. The Lagos State Rapid Response Squad confirmed the incident via its Twitter handle, as officials from the agency as well as the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency were immediately deployed to the scene. There were, however, conflicting reports on how the accident happened, as some eyewitnesses said the bus was parked behind the rail track, while others said a portion of the bus obstructed the rail track. The RRS says one person may have been killed in the incident. Nigeria's foremost businessman Aliko Dangote has asked the federal government to take drastic action against the Republic of Benin to stop it from promoting smuggled drugs into the country. Speaking after a meeting of the National Industrial Council chaired by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, at the Presidential Villa, Mr. Dangote noted that the issue of smuggling in the country is out of control and is crippling the economy. He says industries would be saved and jobs increased if the government takes bold steps to curb smuggling.
The Honourable Minister of Industry, Trade and
The biggest issue and challenge for the economy and also for manufacturers is actually to do with smuggling. And I think unless we really take a very drastic action against the Republic of Benin, I don't think if we are really going to be very successful at all. We need to attack it from two fronts. One, from directly stopping Republic of Benin of promoting smuggling into Nigeria. And number two, to try and make sure that, yes, we stop those people who are patronizing the goods, which means in the market, to stop people from selling smuggled goods. It's allowing us to create more poverty because some of our businesses are shutting down. If they are shutting down, then you create more unemployees rather than employing more people. Because the smuggling really has gone out of control. And I think we need to really do something about it. But we had a very good session, and the Vice President has actually assured us that, yes, government is going to take a very, very draconian action. And, so we pray and hope industries will be, saved.
Members of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria have been asked to rise to the challenge created by the digital world, particularly social media, if they must remain relevant in creating value for their teeming customers. This formed part of the resolution at the 45th Annual General Meeting and Congress of the Association held in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, with the theme, Growing the Economic Pot, the Role of Advertising. Practitioners also emphasized the need to sanitize the industry to conform with trends and developments the customers want.
I'm sure listening to him. It's the 45th Annual General Meeting and Congress of the Advertising Agencies of Nigeria. Members of the group's board of trustees, present and past executives, practitioners and other dignitaries are here to find ways to re-energize the advertising sector for maximum productivity in the face of daunting economic challenges.
We made the government give us the body called APCON, which is now so many years old. We try to make APCON that body that will regulate what we do, how we do it. But unfortunately, the same government that created it is the same government that is killing.
The chairman of the channel's media group, Mr. John Momo, is the keynote speaker, and he's represented by the Assistant General Manager Operations of the station, Mr. Kingsley Uranta. He asks the practitioners to step up their game if they must be part of the growing economy, as he places emphasis on creativity in the sector.
The expansions challenge the wits of the advertising practitioner on how best to win the consumer. The consumer can surely not be taken for granted, just as the message in view.
The Ogun State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Dayo Adeneye, on his part, challenges practitioners to be guided by the unity and peaceful coexistence in the country, especially at a time when political activities are gathering momentum.
As the 2019 general elections are fast approaching, I charge you all to continue to stick to the code of conduct and ethics of your profession. We must be mindful of the kind of content we put out there on behalf of the political gladiators. Apart from ensuring that the content of our products are not only fit for public consumption, we should also avoid pushing to the public divisive and incisive content. We have a duty to continue to protect our country in positive light.
It's expected that decisions reached at this annual general meeting, if put to use, will help improve the advertising sector and the economic growth and development of the nation.
Let's cross over to some business, and here's Anne Waudu.
You First. First Bank.
Thank you, Ijoma. Let's begin business news tonight with the central bank today commencing its sale of the Chinese yuan at the interbank forex market, signaling the completion of a $2.5 billion currency swap agreement, which was signed with the People's Bank of China in the month of April. The financial regulator says the auction is dedicated to payments for letters of credit denominated in yuan for imports of raw materials, machinery and agriculture. The auction will encourage the use of alternative trading currency, while the exchange rate will be determined by a book-building process. According to the CBN spokesman, Mr. Isaac Okorafor, the Apex Bank will receive bids from all authorized dealers in the forex market. Despite the stalemate at the June revenue sharing meeting, the Federation Account Allocation Committee has now released 668.9 billion naira to the three tiers of government for the month of May. The Director of Information in the Ministry of Finance, Hassan Dodo, says the disbursement is to pay civil servants their salaries. This amount is made up of statutory distributable allocation of 575.5 billion naira and 93.4 billion naira from value-added tax. Nigeria's Debt Management Office today listed its 10.6 billion naira 5-year federal government sovereign green bond at a coupon rate of 13.4% on the stock exchange. The listing, which is the first ever certified green bond in Nigeria and an emerging market, is part of a strategic process by the government to add the country's funding options to boost the economy. The green bond issuance and listing follows Nigeria's endorsement of the Paris Agreement on climate change on September the 21st, 2016. Meanwhile, the Director General of the Debt Office, Ms. Patience Oniha, says the federal government plans to issue another green bond to help finance capital projects in the 2018 budget before the end of this year. After 4 negative sessions, Nigeria's stock market reversed to positive territory despite continuous sell-off in 4 major counters of the NSE. Let's hear more from Chimezie Obiwago.
Welcome to the Stock Market Report. The equities market had some respite today following the impressive half-year result by industrial goods giant Dangote Cement. The company reported a net profit of 113 billion naira, a 3.1% growth, while pre-tax profit increased nearly 20%. Dangote Cement share price went up by 2.04%, helping to push the index into the green zone. The all-share index closed moderately positive by 0.37%. Interestingly, the gain on Dangote shares did not lift the industrial sector, no thanks to the 4.41% loss by Lafarge Wapco. Again, the demand for Forte oil saw the energy trader gain by 3.33%, pushing the oil and gas sector up. In 3,677 deals, a total of 679.9 million shares were traded, worth over 3 billion naira. Traders say that impressive result by Dangote Cement has only brought back hope that subsequent results would be good, and the market can only hope for better deals next week. And that was the Stock Market Report. I'm Chimezie Obiwago.
Well, we hope the markets continue the positive momentum next week. In the meantime, leading Asian stock markets have closed earlier today with a rebound, but it's a different picture for U.S. and European indexes amid threats by President Donald Trump to increase tariffs on China. And that's despite strong quarterly results from Microsoft and Honeywell. Let's see the numbers. With those numbers, we end business news for this week. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Thanks a lot for watching. Back to you, Joma.
You First. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Anne. An umbrella body of the Okun-speaking people in Kogi State, known as the Okun Development Association, has pledged its support for the second-term bid of Governor Yahya Bello ahead of the 2019 governorship election in the state. The president of the association, Mr. Femi Mokikon, made the pledge when he led the executive members of the body on a courtesy call on the governor. And according to him, the decision of the association to support the governor in the forthcoming election was to enable him complete his development strides for the people of the state.
With less than a year to the general elections, states, political parties and groups are beginning to decide and choose who represents them in the 2019 election. Kogi is one of those states.
At this occasion,
a sub-national group of the Yoruba-speaking tribe in the state, known as Okun from the Western Territorial District, have visited the governor to express their solidarity. They commend the governor for his outstanding performance in the area of security and civil service reforms, appealing to him to pay all outstanding salaries owed workers.
We wish to appeal to Your Excellency to direct that all those that have been screened and certified fit for payment be paid their entitlements in full, as this will help in promoting the government.
The gathering is an opportunity for the Speaker and the State House of Assembly and the Chief of Staff to also appeal to residents to assist the governor to actualize his second-term bid.
We must work together in serious synergy to ensure we support him at all times. We have been crying that we are marginalized. We are marginalized. Now we have it on a platter of gold. So please, let us go back to the drawing board. Let us go back to the drawing board and see how we are going to support this young, talented, and God-given man.
Relationship with the federal government of Nigeria, you did specify it. I think in 2019, let us send responsible, state-loving, passionate people to the National Assembly so that they can cooperate with His Excellency and ensure that anything national and federal comes to all parts of Kogi State.
Governor Bello gives them assurances that his administration will continue to foster unity and development in the state.
We'll continue to do our best. The resources is very scarce. Very, very scarce. I wish we have half of what the previous administration had. I would have fixed all the roads and other infrastructure.
The association is optimistic that the government will play its part by implementing its electoral promises to the people.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Flying Eagles of Nigeria are one win away from a record 16th appearance at the Under-20 AFCON finals when they face Mauritania on Saturday at the Agege Stadium in Lagos. That's on sports. Just stay with us.